Guys, we need to stop. So I just spent the past hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, just browsing Facebook and whatever, and I've come across these posts that people have made, and I've just realized there are some things that we just need to stop doing. Get the intro, and we'll get into it. Okay, so I get it that Facebook is so we can all connect and get ideas and share what we've been doing and what we want to do with everybody. Like, there's just one or two things, maybe five, whatever I've got, that we should just stop doing. Like this. If you guys haven't seen that before, that is a post that you send it and you get people to give responses of what they like about you. Like, I'll tell you what I like. It's definitely not your constant need for attention. God damn it. Like, people, if you need some confidence or whatever, the best confidence you can have is believing in yourself. You don't need these posts to be put out there to be fishing for comments. It's like, guys, you don't need it. Just come on. This is just going to sound like a rant, but whatever. Mostly these posts are just pointless, and they're just there so people can prove they just need the attention and need people to prove that they like them. It's like, oh, number one, the most thing I like is your eyes. Oh, the most thing I like is your smile, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I clearly don't. These other people clearly don't. But whatever. It's like, this post is pointless. Just like this video, but moving on. The thing we need to stop is this. With that you've got to do at and some letter. There's many of these things. Like this one is obviously at J needs to take you out to a meal. Like this one's granted to me because my actual name starts with J. J for Joel, But I'm not gonna take you out to a meal. I hardly have money for myself. Clearly, I sit behind a camera and talk to people. But if you want to go get a meal, buy it yourself. Don't rely on other people to be buying you food. That is just actually a pretty smart idea, but get your own food. You're an adult. You act like a kid. I'm losing my point. I just said I'm an asshole because some people actually can't get food for themselves. Like, they get their parents to get it. Like, yeah. Anyway, the next thing we need to stop is all these TBHs, TBR, like for a rate, like for to be honest. What is with that? Really that bored that they need to have someone like their status so you can be super honest about them? Can't you just be honest in general? Just be like, hey, yo, James, you look nice. Hey, Becca, I don't have another name. Becca, you look pretty damn fine. Hey, look, Joey, you're a dumb idiot. I don't like you. Can't you say that in person? Don't you need people to like your status? You can DM them and be brutally honest or partially honest. Like people like, oh, 100% to be honest. Just say it to them. Just say it. This rating thing that's obviously out there for one person in specific. Is that right? One person in specific? One specific person. Yeah? And you've got all these other people who are liking it, like, oh yeah, rate me. And they have to come up with a number out of 10 for that random person. Like, if you need to rate someone, just go to their name, go to their messages, and say, yo, you are 10 out of 10, top 10 would bang again. Not that they've actually ever banged them in the first place. Yeah. And probably the last thing we really, really, really need to stop is these subliminal messages to be putting someone else down. Like, why? Like, if you see someone's done something to you, and you make the status, it's subtle, but it's still blatantly obvious about who it's about. why do we feel the need to do that? Like, what I don't understand. People need to put people down behind their back, but then that's another thing. They put people down behind their back, and then when they see them in person, like, oh, yo, you're my best friend. I've known you since primary school. Yeah, we're pretty great friends. But as soon as they turn their back, like, oh, skank. Oh, I don't like this person. Oh, they're stupid. I don't like them. They can go die in a hole. Why do we do this? Just be honest 100% of the time. If you don't like them when they're not there, don't pretend to like them when they're in front of you. Yes, we are humans. We're the race of assholes. I get that. But if you don't like them when they're not there, don't pretend to be their friend when they're in front of you. If you talk like they're an asshole behind their back, don't talk to them like they're a bunch of daisies in front of you. Got it? Yeah, that's about it. That's a wrap for this. Guys, whatever's in this video, please refrain from doing it. Refrain from posting these. Refrain from tagging people in those. I probably sound like an outright asshole, but guys, we need to stop. These, to be honest, just tell the person these rates, rate them in your own time, because they're obviously for one specific person. That time I got it right. They're obviously for one specific person. So just tell them they look nice, tell them they look pretty, do your rate, and leave all the people that you don't really want to talk to out of that rate. And that, to be honest, I know a bunch of you will be like, doing everybody, completely 100% doing everybody, but we all know you're only going to do it for like 3 people, so just stop. One last thing, shout out to Batman, because he's such a great guy. Like him up. He probably doesn't have a YouTube, but yeah. And you can find me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/CaptainPaparado. Link will be in the description below. And like and subscribe. Catch you later. Oh, and stay to the end for some bloopers. I'm an idiot. These posts are just, to me, they're just pointless. Like, so that brings us to the end of this video. So that brings us to the end of this video. So that brings us to the end of this video. Shit. So that brings us to the end of this video. If you guys just crap.